And we're live. It's your boy Don 4. I am here with co-host Big Al. Go ahead, let him know.
Yo, what up?
Yo, what up?
I had to change it up a little bit today.
Change it up. That's cool. We are back with another episode to keep you guys entertained. This is thesavygents live. How you doing? I hope you guys are having a good week, having a good weekend, depending on when you're watching it. It's all the same. We're just wishing all good vibes. But rolling forward, we have a topic and a quote of the day that we're going to go ahead and give that to you at the end of the show like we always do. So, without further ado, I'm going to let Al introduce the topic for today.
Okay, so we're going a little bit of order. I don't know which podcast you're watching or not. Watching fucking all. How about that? But in our last podcast, we talked about how to act appropriately on your first date and then on your second date, right? So now we're starting to get a little bit further into the dating scene, right? So on this podcast, I'm going to talk to you about how to close the deal, right? How to close the fucking deal. What to do and what not to do, right? Obviously, the timelines are a little bit different from individual to individual. It's up to you to kind of feel that out and kind of go about, just figure out what's going on, you know?
Yeah, let's go ahead and say what exactly we're talking about for those viewers who don't use the lingo. We're talking about once you meet a girl and the vibes are good, you've taken her out on multiple dates, or sometimes even the first date. We're talking about the first time you actually have sex with this individual. Now, closing the deal is what we call it. I mean, shit, I would say most people call it that, but there's so many different ways, so many different outcomes, so many things that you probably it goes over your head. But we are here to give you the best advice to our abilities to help you get laid. Now that right there is SGC approved.
Yeah, let's just keep it straightforward, yeah.
Yeah, we're here to help you get laid, honestly.
Yeah, it's like, and this comes from obviously shooting yourself in the foot 100 times and not being afraid about that. I guess that's number one, bro. If you want to get laid, you gotta be fearless, right? You know.
Yeah.
And number two, you gotta be fucking not like, again. This ties into being fearless, right? You gotta be cool with rejection. You gotta be cool all the fucking time. You know, it's not about like whether she says yes or no. In any situation, any scenario, I don't give a fuck what it is. Act like you've been there before.
Oh, 100%.
Even if you haven't, fucking act like it. You know.
Act like you know how to act, baby.
Yeah, 100%.
No, it's very interesting. There's like. For me, usually, alright, we'll go into a couple of stories now. Usually, I try not to have sex with this individual until at least the third date.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair, because, like...
That's my rule, you know, just being a guy.
So, where that comes from is just experiences, right? Like, when you're younger, you're just like, you don't really give a fuck what you're doing. Like, you fuck raw, you come aside, you'll do whatever. Like, you're taking a lot of risks, because you think, like, you're fucking invincible. And then, as you're going through this process and you do it enough times, you have a couple scares. Whether it be a pregnancy, whether it be some type of guy to take you out and talk about STDs. I never had any. Let's keep that clear.
Oh my gosh. I've heard some stories though. It's tragic.
You could go through something like you think you might have something. Take yourself out of the game calmly and gently, right? Make sure that shit's all cleared up before you go back into the game. Karma is a bitch. That's what they say.
Karma is a bitch. It really is. But long story short, like you just gotta be careful out there. Honestly, you gotta be careful. Just from what he's saying on, let's say when you're younger, you gotta be careful, and you shouldn't try to fuck everything that moves. I needed to get that off my chest.
You shouldn't play ping pong.
Should not play ping pong.
To describe it a little bit more, ping pong is at the end of the night. Actually, I'll let you describe it.
You know what? Okay. All right. So. He calls me fucking ping pong because...
He doesn't do it anymore. We'll make that clear.
At the end of the night, we used to go out to clubs and bars, and I was, you know, a little bit, let's say, it was like a lightning round because I was trying to see what girl I could pick up on the street. On the street, or like, let's say they gave last call, and instead of establishing a connection or like, you know, talking to, I would just bounce around like a fucking ping pong ball. I'll just bounce from this group to that group to this girl, that group, and then it's crazy because the girls see me doing that. They're just like
in front of him.
Yeah.
It's like he's running the show right
in
now.
front of
It's
him.
like,
Yeah,
he's on stand-up comedy. It's like he's fucking off the stage in the crowd a little bit doing crowd control, but everyone's fucking watching him because he's like, oh, he's the main point of the show. It's like, oh, did you see that guy? And as he's walking out, they're already like fucking like, nah. But at the same time though, it's like.
But ping pong has worked before. It's just don't do it every time. I mean, it has worked one time.
I mean, like 1 or 2 times probably.
But it's not your go-to. You probably shouldn't be doing it at all. And it's kind of, I wouldn't say embarrassing. Well, yeah, it could be kind of embarrassing. If you're me, I don't really give a fuck. But like, the girls will see you going back and forth. You look nuts.
And like the other part of it though, like it comes to like if you're with one of your bros, i.e. me or whatever, you're just like, all right, the night's over. It's fucking 2:00. You didn't close anything, right? It's not even, like when I say close. All right, in this situation, I'm not talking about you going home and you're having sex, right? I'm just saying you grab a number, right, so you can follow up, and that's better than closing on the first night, anyways, because it's like you could start to develop that level of trust, right? You already had that vibe. You're just like, oh, you got the number, one out. You're a cool person. Let's hang out again, right? Like the one night stand shit, like that's cool. Like when you're younger, when you don't give a fuck about shit,
yeah,
no questions,
yeah.
Right? And then once you go through a couple scares and shit, you're just like, all right, you know what? Like getting laid that night wasn't worth that stress for a couple months.
Exactly.
You know what I fucking mean? Like one night,
it wasn't worth the
yeah,
stress.
you know, and it's like everybody already knows, like even those nights and the one night stands, it's like you should be wrapping up, right? And like the point beyond that is like. Condoms suck, and everybody fucking knows that. But you need to do that to be safe, right? You got to get to that point where it's all good, and you have that maybe the discussion. It's like, okay, you're on birth control. I'm pulling out. What are you doing? You know, you gotta have those conversations. You know, right? So going a little bit back, we were a little bit all over the place, just like introducing the topic, just going back to fucking the main point, right? How do you get to the point where you're ready to fucking be like, all right, we're taking our clothes off and we're having sex, you know? Like, let's get back to that.
Yes, all right. Back to clothing the deal. Like I said, for me personally, it's at least 3 dates. I try not to close the deal early, even if you can. I don't know this individual good enough that I want to put my dick in her. You know, I find it intimate to do that if you just don't know her. That's just me. But the steps it takes to actually clothing that deal, I personally play it more on the chill side. As in, I don't really go for the clothes. Maybe like a makeout, hot and heavy for a little bit, and I tease. You know how women tease men? I tease women. You know, same shit. How some girls don't give you attention when they want you to fucking do something, and you're just like, okay, I'll play your game for a little bit. Me, I do that kind of in person. Girls do it over text, but in person as well. But I give it back. Like I don't really chase it in the sense that like, if she wants me to do something, I'll be like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. And then shit like that, you want to throw a little bit of banter her way, or just like if she invites you to like, why don't you come sit next to me? I hate that game. Just, why don't you sit over here? No, why don't you come here? You play that bullshit. Next thing you know, you guys are sitting next to each other. I'm talking about after you've had a couple of dates, and then you're at her house or your spot, whatever, and you guys are chilling, watching a movie, and maybe you have your arm around her, but this is like, you know her now. So, now, we're going for the clothes, right? So, you have your hand on her knee, whatever, just rubbing it a little bit. These are just basic steps. Hand on her knee, rubbing it a little bit. You guys start making out. Now, there's a couple of makeouts. They're just like you're kissing, making out, or if the tongue involved, that's how you know when to further go for, like, you know, okay, if you're putting your tongue in my mouth, let me see if I can fucking, you know, fucking bring you on top of me. I don't know, fucking know. There's just so many ways.
Bro, I'm gonna keep it simple, bro. You know how I know when it's time to go to the next level, dude?
How do you know?
When she grabs my dick.
Once she grabs your dick.
Up until that point, all I'm doing is making out. Maybe she puts my hands on her, has me feeling her up.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do that. Because it's like, number one, it's like, you want to make sure like the fucking girl's cool with everything you're fucking doing, alright? That's number one.
Yeah.
You don't want to be forceful or anything. A girl could literally just fucking be making out with you. Or even like, even fill you up or whatever, you know, and then like jump off. If she does that, read that shit right and chill the fuck out a little bit, you know.
Exactly.
That's what it all comes down to this point, right? I remember one time I had this girl come over, like I invited her out on a date. I think it was like the second date, and she was coming over, and she was like, she teased the fuck out of me. Like she'd make out on me, she'd hop up on me, straddle me a little bit, and then she'd jump off, and then like I just sit there and chill. And she's like after like her doing that like 2 times or 3 times within that same like date or whatever, she came over. She was just like, "Oh, you're so chill," and I was like, I didn't really know how to respond to it because I was just like, I just thought that this is how people. Not even that, my guy. It's just like I'm so fucking chill and I know how to fucking act. I don't even think much of knowing how to act. This guy over here.
Nah, dude,
that was unnecessary.
No, no, dude. I've been cooked and I'm closed.
I mean, you're a different individual. All right?
Yeah,
let's put that out there.
Dude, you're telling me you've never closed cooked?
I've closed on the curb, blacked out.
Exactly, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but
you're a good guy. Maybe not that scenario, but you know, it's happened.
Yeah, but in that situation, it was just like I did that, and then like guess what? On the 3rd date when she came over, like again, like these numbers are all fucking arbitrary, right? It's like whatever you feel comfortable with, honestly. If you're a girl or a guy and you want to fuck on the 1st date, and you guys both cool with that, you fuck on the 1st date. You don't have to wait fucking 3 dates, 4 dates, any rule. It's all arbitrary. It's like just fucking society made that bullshit up. But honestly, it's like whatever you feel comfortable with. But right now, for us, since we're older and we've been in the game for a little while or whatever, retired, etc., unretired, whatever, you know. Fucking like for us, we'll wait a little while because we want the trust, we want the vibe. But understanding if you're newer in the game, right, and like maybe you're just like, okay, maybe I just want to fuck, want that vibe. Just make sure like you play it chill and you let her initiate that next move. You know, like that's the bottom fucking line of it, right? Just let her fucking initiate that shit. Like you can make out with her and stuff like that. And like if she like pushes your hands towards different places, go along with it. Yeah, for sure. You know, if she pulls off, respect that. You know, fucking do it like that. You know, and just roll with it. You know, and like I said, like in the same scenario I was describing, right? She was doing it back and forth. The 3rd date, guess what? Like I didn't even have a chance. She just started pulling all my shit, and I was just like, you know what? I guess we're here. You know. Because like guess what? Because I played it chill, and she made a note of that the 2nd date or whatever, the 2nd time I hung out, and on the 3rd time she just literally just ripped my clothes off, and I was like, I guess we're fucking here. You know
exactly.
It kind of surprised me. I was like, oh, I guess we're having sex, you know. But like obviously I wanted it, but it's just like I didn't realize we're already at that stage that we're gonna go do it.
It happens. Like I was saying, there's been some times that I've closed cooked, which I literally had no idea what I did right. But it just seemed to happen, and once again, I'm put in a situation where like, oh, it's happening type deal. There's one time I was hanging out with this girl. I actually met her that night. I was a little bit more on the reckless side. I met her that night, and next thing you know, we were dancing on the dance floor. Then we were making out on the dance floor, and then it was her friend, and one of my boys, and then they were just like, let's go get some food. I was like, alright, cool, whatever. So we leave together, the group, and we're going to get food. I'm not really hungry, so I asked this girl, I'm like, hey, are you hungry? I can get you some food. It was a pizza spot. She's like, no, let's just go back to your place. I'm like, what? She's like, oh, let's go to your place. I'm like, well, wait, are you sure? But you gotta understand, I'm like drunk. I'm like, are you sure you don't want any food? She's like, I'm good. We can just go back to you. I was so surprised. I honestly didn't know how to act. But the cook guy won that night. I don't know. But basically, what I was saying is very simple. Play it chill. Never. Don't initiate it, or no, you can initiate it a little bit, but
don't fucking like don't do the full initiation. Like do it like halfway, and then kind of like see how she reacts, right? So like first you're kissing her, and then you're making out a little bit, right? And then you just kind of like if you have your hands around her waist, you know, and then you just kind of let her like move your hands to where they're gonna go, you know. And then from there, it's just like my general thing is like if they grab my dick, it's like okay, like alright, you know, it's like alright, you know. But even then though, like they could still fucking opt out, and you gotta be ready for that shit too.
Yeah, no.
But usually when that happens, it's just like okay, like that's when we're starting to get into it, you know, and that's when I'll do the full-on initiation, you know?
100%. Just be prepared for the opt-out. Be prepared for the tease. Be prepared for everything because, like we were saying earlier, like, it's all about your composure. Even if you haven't been in the situation, act like you have. You should never let a girl fucking. You should never lose your cool in person in front of you. You should never let her see that. Oh, she's got you. Honestly,
it's not about her getting you. It's just about like making her feel comfortable, right? Because like if you're choking it all the way through, like I might fuck with her a little bit in the sense of just like wow, like not in a manipulative way. It's more like kind of like oh shit, like this guy's actually cool. Like he's not fucking aggressive. Like 99% of other fucking dudes, and that's why this podcast exists. Is because like we're teaching dudes like you. Yeah, I'm looking at the camera. Fucking like you.
How you doing?
How to fucking act, you know?
Yeah.
How to treat a girl, not how to be over fucking aggressive and play it cool. Like, so it's the bottom line of like everything we say, dude. It's just like you can initiate a little bit and then let her carry it on, you know? Let her carry it on.
Let her take control.
And now talking about like so say for example you get to the point and you already have sex and like depends where you live. Like if you're like live by yourself, you can have sex wherever you want. Yeah, roommates, we already said that. You go to the bedroom or whatever, and like once you get there, like obviously if it's the first time, wrap the fuck up. You know, Trojan sponsor us, thank you. You don't want to deal with any of the stress or any of that bullshit. So fucking like wrap yourself up and like start developing that trust. And like maybe after a couple of times, maybe you feel it after even the first time, you're just like, you know what, this girl's like a bit cool. Like it seems like she's really in it just like to talk to me. I'm in it just to talk to her, you know, and fucking like do it like that. And then the next question is asked is like, are you on birth control? If you're a savage, you'd be like, yo, could I stay in or do I pull out? You know, like if you're a savage, you know, you'll ask that shit. But like sometimes it's like, sometimes that's part of like the kink or whatever. Some people just like that, you know. But like if you both want to take that fucking risk, then it's cool, you know. But communicate that. Don't just fucking nut.
Yeah, don't be nutting in girls,
especially if just,
without asking. I feel like that's rude.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people would do that shit.
Yeah, they're just nutting girls and go to bed. Like we literally have a segment called Dating Do's and Don't, and we literally say don't nut and go to bed. 100%.
Yeah, it's like if a girl's just like, don't just stop at the question like, are you on the pill, right? If you want to nut on her, ask if you can.
Yeah, like
some girls might actually.
You can't just be nutting in girls and going to. Oh gosh.
I mean, some girls might actually be okay with it, you know.
Yes.
But you have to work up your way of trust to get to that point where you can nut on her.
Yeah, I hear women like it better if you know. You nutted them.
I mean, it's just like about the bottom. I don't know what the fuck you're trying to say there, bro.
Well, no, it's a true fact, dude. Dude, it's true. The girls like it better when you nutted them. It's true, but you should. All I'm saying is be polite and you should ask. Like,
and again, like on your part, like make sure like you know like it's accounted for. Like you know that she's on birth control.
Yeah, like, exactly.
Like. Develop that trust, and then
do
like if she's
due diligence, 100%.
Yeah, due diligence on both parts, you know. And then it's like if she says yes, then go ahead. And then, but keep in mind at the same time, it's like a 1%, and it's also like understanding like how consistently she's taking it. You got to know these facts too, right? Birth control is like it's all about consistency. If she's taking it all the time, right? And even if she's still taking it all the time, there is still the small risk. It's like you got to weigh that pros and cons in your head. It's just like, do I just want to stay in or I want to pull out, you know? And then just communication beyond there about like if you're pulling out, like where you coming, like you know, like.
The carpet is always good.
Not even like that's fucking awkward. Like you like usually it's like.
That's what.
Like.
I'm kidding. We're joking with you, right? Well, most of the time,
it's like on the stomach or like on
her back
or on her back.
We're totally savages right now, but no, we're talking about real shit. Let's be serious.
Like it don't come in her face unless again she says it's cool.
If you ask
like,
and you get permission, too, you know? Yeah.
This
some girls don't like that. All right, not real. Porno isn't real life. Like you gotta ask.
And it's just about like any kink, right? It's like these are all like kinks and shit, right? If you like to choke, make sure you ask.
Choking is weird, but whatever. If that's what you're into, you know.
I mean, but anyways, yeah, you can pull the hair, smack the ass, but all these things, fucking ask. Like,
yeah, what are you doing?
It's like number one. Here's a fucking quick summary, real quick overview. Play it, shows fuck. She does. If she pulls off, she opts out. She opt out at any fucking time she wants. You know.
100%.
And if you get there, wear a condom.
Yeah.
If you're not wearing a condom, ask about. If you can stay inside, you pull out, and where she wants you to come, you know. Like these are all fucking important shit.
These are. And also, I got another one for oral. Like ask, like don't just put your dick in her face. You know, that's rude. You should ask her, like, hey, you know, would you like to? You know what I'm trying to say. You just ask, you know.
Yeah. And here's another one, right? some girls actually generally fucking enjoy giving oral, right?
Yeah.
So don't fucking interrupt them.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe ask in the beginning, it's like, yo, do you like giving head or whatever, you know? And if she's like, actually, yeah, I really enjoy it, then you're like, okay, don't fucking interrupt. Let them do their thing, and when they're ready, they'll come up, you know?
Exactly. And also, like, I know guys get kind of excited when they're down there. If you're gonna try to slap her with your dick, like, ask. You feel me?
Yeah, and it's the same thing about going down on a girl. Not every girl likes that, you know?
Exactly.
So ask.
You
guys see the fucking theme, my guys?
Yeah, just ask. If
ask. Don't be a bitch.
Don't be a never pusher either. You never want to fucking push someone's head down. That's rude. Guy or girl, just ask. If you're in bed, you guys are both naked. Whatever you're trying to do, simply ask politely. And if it's no, it's no.
Yeah, especially if you're trying to get to like the anal, like
Exactly. Well, whatever.
Just fucking slide that in,
But whatever you do, just don't end up jerking off next to her. That's not cool.
Don't be doing that shit either.
Yeah, it's
like
terrible.
if she's like, yo, I don't want to have sex, don't roll over on your side and jerk off. That was one of our early stories.
Yeah, it was. It
was
terrible. It really was.
Like the guy, like she was basically she's like, I'm not fucking you, and the guy's like, okay, and he's like, I really need to get this out or else. Like, what the fuck does that mean?
Sounds like fucking Jekyll and Hyde or whatever.
Yeah. So he goes over and he jerks it. It's like, bro, like. If you gotta jerk it, if the girl says no, you wait until you're fucking at your house. Don't fucking do that in the fucking bed laying next to her, you know? But with Savage of her, she just threw a towel on him. I was like, damn.
Straight Savage.
Yeah.
I know, another key input of advice. If you are going on a date or you think you're going to get laid, you should probably jerk off before so you don't fucking come like in 2 minutes.
Number one, it's good to jerk off before a date because it makes you less eager, right?
Yeah.
You already got off, right?
Yeah.
And number two was like... Number two...
I'm sorry.
Number two is fucking like... Now you're fucking like... You have a little bit more endurance, you know? Because you're just like, okay, you already got off, you know? So it's like... Be chill.
Yeah, just
no matter what. And if you... Like, here's another thing, guys forget. If you're gonna nut in like 20 seconds, make sure you can go fucking again. Because don't fucking like get the girl all hot and and fucking last 20 seconds and then like roll over and like that's it.
No girl likes a two-pump chump.
Yeah, if you're a two-pump chump, make sure you can fucking come back up and do it again.
Exactly.
Like, give her fucking at least 3 or 4 rounds of 2 minutes if that's what you got.
Try Viagra or like a Blue Chew. There's so much shit to get your shit
or you could do
fucking crazy, man.
Roman. They have wipes.
Oh, wipes?
Advertisement for Roman too.
Right. Blue Chew, all of you fucking sponsors.
Yo, Roman has like these wipes that like takes away some sensitivity and you can last longer.
Wow, really? I've never heard of that one. Never even heard of that shit.
Yeah, so like, just for you guys out there, you can't last. It's Roman. Viagra, like I heard it takes longer to come, but like fucking finishing feels greater. I don't know. I never did it because like I was scared. Like I was gonna get what they call a pre-prism erection for 4 hours. You can't get it. So be safe out there, you know.
Yeah, be safe. Anyways, listen, we're having a good time. We're gonna go ahead, take a quick break, and be back with the quote of the day.
Yes, sir.
All right. And we're back live, baby. You know what it is, your boy Don 4. And we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Let's just go ahead and reiterate the recent podcast that we just recorded. We were talking about clothing the deal. Go ahead and tell them some of the key points that we hit during the show.
Dude. So everything, bottom line, comes down to being chill and always fucking asking for consent on every fucking level. Whether it's like if a girl pulls off, she's not about it, be ready for that. Adapt to it. Play it cool. Don't be fucking angry. Be chill guy, right? If you actually get to having sex, wrap up the first time, right? Make sure like if you're not gonna wrap up, ask if she's on birth control. Next question, if you like to come into girls, ask her. Don't just fucking come in her and go to bed. If she wants you to pull out, ask where she wants you to come.
Exactly.
Don't come on her fucking face without permission.
Don't do that.
If you want to do anal, again,
ask.
That's the fucking bottom line. Ask. If you want to smack her on the ass,
ask. You like to pull hair? Ask. If you're a choker, ask.
Yeah, there it is. Fucking consent. I saw this. There's a campaign that's been going on for a minute. Consent is fucking sexy, and it fucking is. You know, like. If you get all permission to do all this shit, like, it's almost even hotter. It's just like, yo, can I do that? And she's like, yeah. That's fucking hot. I don't know. For me, like, it's fucking hot because you're like, she's letting you do that shit. You know what I mean? That's fucking nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
No,
it's like, yo, here's some power. We'll sign some documents. Not really. What you fucking doing? That's fucking cool, you know?
Yeah, no, definitely. You just it's respectable, you know. You simply ask. Very simple. Like, kid you not. I feel like a lot of people don't ask. And
yeah, they just fucking do or assume.
Yeah.
Don't fucking do or assume. That's fucking wrong.
Assume, dead yourself, everything.
Yeah, it's real quick, and it's just like I said, like the other part of it, a girl could opt out at any fucking moment. She has a right to.
100%.
Be ready for that shit.
100%.
And for me, it's like usually like the key indicator of like you're gonna move forward with it. Is they grab my dick, right? But even then, if they grab my dick and pull off, be ready for that too. You know, just play it as it goes.
Have no expectations. Play it really chill, and just see what happens. If the vibes are catching, then the vibes are catching. Next thing you know, you're asking. Hey.
Yeah, exactly, bro. And it's like, again, back to the rules, right? Some people think it's like has to wait 3 dates, 4 dates, whatever to have sex. It's like your rules can be whatever the fuck they want them to be. You know, it's like there's no fucking book and there's no fucking law that says you have to do this. And even if they're fucking want to challenge that shit, you know. Like, you want to have sex the first night, do so safely. Make sure you ask all the consensual questions and make sure you're doing everything fucking right. If you want to do it on a second date, do it fucking right. Third date, fourth date, wait until marriage, whatever. Fuck no, I hope not. But
you know, hey, there's some people who wait until
if you do that, like, I respect it, but it's not for me.
True.
If she wants me to wait till marriage, you're not for me. But like, keep it respectable and just fucking ask. Bottom line.
Yeah, no, please give us your opinion. Like, comment, share. You know, below we'll read the comments. We'll respond to them. We want to hear what you guys think about this episode and some of the other ones at the Savygents Live YouTube channel. You know, it's your boys, Big. I'm about to say,
bro. Let's fucking try to like. Hold on, let's talk about this real quick. Before, like, we have a quote of the day.
We do.
And before I cut it traditionally, right? So this guy fucking.
I was gonna pass you the quote.
I know. So this guy does the intros. He's been working on trying to get the outros, and fucking my guy like.
This kid won't let me live. He just won't let me live.
This guy's literally just trying to take all the rights away.
I'm not trying to take your rights away.
It's kind of nuts. Live on air.
Dude, it's live. Anyways, he's Big Al, right? I'm down
trying to take
for
my fucking identity, my guy.
He's Big Al. I'm down for. Big Al, down for.
Yo.
Cool. Over here.
Big nose.
What?
Right nose.
Nose. Anyways, those jokes are for another episode that you guys can tune into, and we'll break that down a little bit further. But for tonight, we are about to wrap it up, and Big Al has the quote of the day. So let him know what you're talking about, big guy.
Yeah, all right. Hold on. Let me pull this shit up. All right. Hold on 1 second. All right. So, quote of the day.
Quote of the day, baby.
Pussy Leon.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one. It's French. Poussé Leon. Yeah, it's honestly there's no really words to describe it. If you don't know it, just look it up. But I think that's about it, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's about it.
It is.
I think that quote like ties in nicely to everything we talked about.
It really does. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Poussé Leon. It's French. If you haven't been to Paris, you can go to Paris. If you are Paris, go to the Eiffel Tower. Don't get Eiffel Towered. If you like to get Eiffel Towered, that's on you. I think we're gonna wrap it up with that.
Yeah, wrap it up with that. And remember, rap before you fucking tap. Rap before you fucking clap. Yo.
Rap before you clap, rap before you tap. Call it what you want. You're gonna go ahead and cut it. It's what you do. So
that's what I do.
Let them know.
All right, buddy.
Once again,
it's not officially done until I cut it.
It's not officially done at the Savygents Live.
Savygents fucking live.
Let us know.
Filming us on Thursday night, you know?
Every Thursday, baby. Every Thursday.
Yeah. Alright. And just good!
That, my friends, SGC approved.